You know, on a warm spring day, it's nice to be underneath the shade of a palm tree, but this tree isn't in the Rio Grande Valley. Welcome to CBS Television City in Los Angeles, the home of The Price is Right.
Welcome to The Price is Right. From the Bob Barker studio, CBS is celebrating my 50 years in television. Come on down, let's party.
Studio 33 is known as Bob Barker Studio. 9 years ago, on March 11th, 1998, The Price is Right taped its 5,000th episode. Well, 11 years ago, here in the studio of The Price is Right, I got to hear those famous words sitting here in contestant row. Romeo Cantu, come on down.
Romeo Cantu Jr., come on down.
I was one of the lucky ones who made it on stage, played a pricing game, spun the big wheel, and made it to the Showcase Showdown, where I ended up being the big winner of the day. Thursday night's show is Bob Barker's final primetime special. Action 4 News was allowed backstage for the taping of the show, and as is the case with most shows, Bob talks to the audience during the commercial breaks.
I love you too. I love all of you. Believe me, everybody on this stage loves all of you, because without you watching, we would never have lasted 35 years.
Bob started off in radio, and then in 1956, he began his national television career as the host of Truth or Consequences. 16 years later, he became the host of The Price is Right.
And now here's the star of the new Price is Right, Bob Barker.
I think this is an appropriate time to retire in that I have been on television, national television, for 50 years. And the show, I've been doing the show for 35. So I'd like to wrap it up neatly.
After the taping of his last primetime special, he sat down with a TV legend who says retirement is really starting to sink in now, but he already knows what he wants to do.
I intend to sit on my rocking chair at home in front of the television set with my shawl over my shoulders, and with my right hand, I'm going to pet my dog Jessie, and over here in my left hand, I'll have a jug of tequila. And my retirement is just going to be beautiful.
Bob is 83 years old. The silver-haired TV icon says he's going to miss his fans, even those who hurt him on stage. He says he's been stepped on, kicked, hit, and punched so many times that he's lost count.
I think the worst thing that happened to me was a woman about 5'6" probably, got under my chin and jumped up and down. And it's bad. I have no insurance. They won't cover me till I get out of this show.
Bob says one of the most interesting letters he ever received from a fan was after the day he decided to let his hair go gray.
So on a Tuesday, my hair was dark. Wednesday, my hair was white. And I got a letter from a man in the Midwest. He said, "Bob, you must have had one hell of a night."
One of Barker's beauties, Rachel Reynolds, says Bob is a great person to work for and says she can easily see why his fans love him so much.
I think people know Bob pretty well, that's why he's so loved. He's such a sincere guy. I mean, what you see on TV is what you get. He's very funny, very witty, but I think everybody already knows that.
Who will replace Bob as the host and get his reported multi-million-dollar salary is not known. One of the names being tossed around is the show's current announcer, Rich Fields. So what advice does Bob have for his successor?
Don't imitate me. Don't imitate anyone else. Go out there. It's your show. Do it your way. And I think that's the best advice any new host could get.
On June 6th, Bob will be putting down his microphone for good here on the stage, ending his show the way he always does.
Bob Barker reminding you, help control the pet population, have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.
I want them to remember that I was a guy who did all he could to make it a better world for animals, and while doing that, did a lot of television shows.
And now, he has just a few final words for all his millions of fans, including those here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Come on down.
Now, Bob Barker says the thing he'll miss most about the show, well, is the money. But the producers say the show will still go on.
I hope that you've enjoyed your visit to The Price is Right.